Hi everyone, I just want to quickly make this video about Tommy, and the reason I want to make this video about Tommy is because in my opinion, over the years I think Tommy did get a lot of hate. I do believe though that now I do believe that a lot of people are starting to see the real Tommy and starting to see him differently to how people saw him years ago. Because years ago I think Tommy did get a lot of hate back then. I do definitely think that now people are starting to see Tommy differently, and I do think that Tommy is definitely getting the respect that he deserves now compared to many years ago, when people were just calling him racist all the time and all of that. And I think that a lot of people now are starting to see that he's not actually racist, because talking about Islam is not really a race anyway. And I truly do believe that a lot of people are starting to see that now. And I'm kind of glad that a lot of people are waking up to how the media used to perceive him as being this racist character, this racist person who just didn't like foreigners or immigration and stuff like that, which actually wasn't true. Tommy doesn't actually have a problem with immigration. Tommy has a problem with Islam. He hasn't actually said he has a problem with immigration. Yes, he talks about the illegals, but so does a lot of people, because we have concerns about the illegals. We have concerns about these people that we don't even know entering our country. We know nothing about them. We don't know, what their reason for being here is. People who watch the media get told that they're running away from wars and that they're here for that reason. But the actual fact is that if people are running away from wars, you'd always see them with children and their wives and whatever. But in this situation, a lot of people who actually believe that that's what they're running away from, because that's what they get told, which is actually not true. They're actually, I haven't seen any women and I haven't seen any children. So this is why my concern is what are they running away from? What are they coming here for? And I want to know what is their purpose here. Lots of people are asking the exact same question. You hear a lot of lies from the media. Even with Tommy Robinson, there was lots of lies about him too, all brought in from the media, who were just calling him racist, and this far right person, who they were constantly have nothing good to say about him. Even when he did do good, the media will never say the good things he did. Okay, so this is why I need to say this today, because I know there's lots of people who see Tommy as this racist person, which is far from the truth. He's not racist. If people don't even understand the word of what racist means, I think they maybe need to go and research the word racist, because talking about a religion, which Islam is not a race, so how can it be racist to talk about a religion? If I was to talk about Hinduism or Buddhism or Catholics, that doesn't make me racist, because I'm not talking about people's skin color. I'm talking about religion. And that's exactly what Tommy talks about, a religion. Islam is a religion, which a lot of people don't understand and get it confused with it being a race. If you're talking about skin color, then you're talking about racist, aren't you? Because you're referring to whether you don't like a specific color, just like if someone doesn't like white people or, whatever, then that's a race, But at the end of the day, he doesn't talk about that. He doesn't even, he doesn't have a problem with immigration, but he has a problem with the illegals, yes. Because he doesn't, know who these people are and what their purpose to be here is even about, just like many of us don't know. So yeah, so his concern, just like our concern, is the exact same thing. I do support Tommy, and I think that he's a fantastic patriot to this country. He sticks up a lot for our country. He says the truth about what's going on in our country. He wants the safety for his children and for his family and for a lot of people. That's why he exposes a lot of the things that he does that's going on in the UK. And so, you know, these things need to be talked about. They can no longer be swept under the carpet and act as if they're not happening. You know, these things that he talks about are happening, and they need to be talked about, and they need to be exposed. So at the end of the day, grooming gangs does exist, and for Tommy talking about it is only because he needs to talk about it, because it can no longer be as if it doesn't exist and they try to sweep it under the carpet. More people are talking about it now. Yes, they never did before, because they were trying to make out as if Tommy was lying, as if it wasn't even true, which we know it's the truth. So, you know, I do have a lot of respect for Tommy because of that reason, and that's why I think that, you know, my respect goes to Tommy for all the things he talks about, and I think he's a fantastic patriot to the UK. That's all I've really got to say today, guys. Bye bye, bye bye.